We the ones, Chris Webber calling time out. Around and find out. Got no respect for these dudes who doctor the message. The Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? Fighting his way through contact. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that's right here early on. It does take a great play call to realize you don't establish a guy of his caliber against like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 2. Once again, they run with Mixon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He's brought down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 4th down, Love. That is caught. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Packers.
Ready?
Inside handoff to Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Red, green. Red, yellow. Come on, set. 52 blue.
Here's Love. As he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
40. Hey, green. Ready.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry on the ball, that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
We go 76, like 20. Tiger.
Here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
3rd down and 1. Goff now looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams, 27 yards. And the Lions have struck first in this NFC title game. Went after right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jack Fox to kick off.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he could even make it to the 15. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
Here we go. 60 reps. Set.
They'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers! Matthew Golden, 65 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Had the option to hand that one off and run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Now the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Super 180. Horrible. 11.
They're going to go for it. It's Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 48-yard line, here's the second down and 6.
At their 48-yard line.
And Love wants to shift things around.
Blaster, stick, steel, black shot. Clawed red. Cut.
From just shy of midfield, Love. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Green jack. Here we go. Sticky, green. Black, blue, black, old, red, yellow. Smash, red. Ready.
Love from the gun on third down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Hold ready.
And the Packers first down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Blue, black. White, red, cycle. Check.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Down, fight.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Grill, green. Hey, red. Ready?
Throwing. Love to Mixon on the check down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 4th down and
in motion goes the tight end.
Black Ultra. Claws red. 10 cycles. Ready, ready.
Love to throw for it on fourth. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be an incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Listen. Hey, kill.
From the gun, here's Goff. Looking middle, and that's complete. A gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Glove. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Love will sneak it, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
Ready up. Snap, red. Here we go. Blue, 32. Blue, go. Green jack. Flight blue. Blue striker. Ready?
Love now. They'll drop this one down to Mixon. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Yellow, go. Eagle blue.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
Watson. Touchdown.
A great effort there with an amazing diving catch. And the Packers have taken the lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Greg Dortch now to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few switches together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Goff. Now he'll tuck this and run. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Listen.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Hard throw, incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Hey, Shell. 12.
Here we go on 4th. Goff.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Right, yellow, 43. Ready?
Now Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Love looking to throw it. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Come on, dog red. Yellow, black ultra. Set.
Looking to throw. Love. He finds his running back, Mixon. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First down, Packers.
To the air again, Love. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Love, he's going to change the play here.
Yellow. Red. Cycle. Set.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Love back to it here after the pick six. Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
180.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is gone. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've kind of know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Following the interception, Love. That's taken in by Kraft. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Hey, red. Pause red. 6. Mega. Ready.
Here's Love. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout. and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
At the 2-yard line.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. On his horse. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 97 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Trucks over him. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A gain of 15. And
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right in the yard. 2nd down in the yard. Now Love going to change things up. Mixing up the middle. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Let's go now. 50, green. Zone black. Claw red.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
a 7-yard gain. That's good for a Packers first down. A gain of 7. First down, Green Bay.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Catch made by Watson on the out route. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 39-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now with a first down pickup of 8.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Packers.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Love. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Packers first down.
Black, 95. Red, yellow.
play fake. Here's Love. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Out of the gun. Gone. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Play action. It's gone. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And taken right at the 35. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right. Let's go. Hut.
Here's a give to Mixon. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Block 20.
And they will take a knee here.
Cut. 180. What's up?
And they take a knee.
Cut. 120. What's up?
And they'll indeed take a knee. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Love from the gun on third down. A throw left side, it's hauled in by Golden. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Black open. Blue 32. Red, yellow. Hut.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard
Off the play fake, Love. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Smash, red.
To throw now. Here's Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Packers first down. A gain of 15. First down.
Again, it's Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Packers first down. First and goal.
Love now.
3-yard line.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never. Touchdown! Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on the defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Able to slither by. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the fourth. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Love looking to throw it. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Gain of 17 yards. And the Packers first
Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second and 1. The 42-yard line.
Love. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Green Bay.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And now here's another interception. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions take over.
And they will take a knee here.
They're on 35
180. What's that?
And they take a knee.
Block 20.
And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players
Yeah. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm Marcus. Ain't no breaching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare, went back in the corner, I might get the clicking until I just feel in nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as divider, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy turning like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm Marcus, stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the Wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed to cold and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm Marcus, stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us.